Are we on? Are we on? Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And oh boy, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is an Abraham Lincoln High School great and city champion. He was part of one of the best backcourts, if not the best backcourt during that time, pairing up with New York City legend Sebastian Telfair. After being heavily recruited out of high school, this basketball head received a scholarship to attend St. John's University, becoming 5th in assists and 10th in steals all time in school's history. So we can say that he was a St. John's University great as well. A tremendous honor for someone playing in the Big East Conference in a school with such a rich tradition in producing great point guards. Once his college career was over, this basketball head headed overseas to have a stellar 13-plus year career. If you know anything about this basketball head, he started out as a champion and continued to do so as a member of the Slovak League champions in 2009 and a four-time Czech League and Cup winner in 2012, 2017, and 2019. I know I mentioned 4, but we won't get to the other missing year. So when this basketball head joined the Eagle Academy Brooklyn coaching staff, they won their first city championship. And like DJ Khaled's song, all he does is win, no matter what, and can't get enough. So when he steps in the building, everybody's hand goes up and they stay there. Oh, okay, all right. So I remixed it a little bit. Well, without further ado, help me welcome to the show, Abraham Lincoln High School and St. John's University great, and now assistant coach at Eagle Academy, Brooklyn, Eugene, Geno, Lawrence.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos, where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's happening, King?
What's going on, Pooh? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Listen, it's a pleasure. This was long time overdue. Listen, I have to be telling my basketball heads out there, you know, when you see these guests come on, it'd be a work in progress. Sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes it takes a few months.
Right.
But we got it together, man.
Right. One correction, though, Pooh. You said 5th all time. I'm 3rd all time at SJU in the city.
All right, hold on. You gonna get your first tech of the night, my brother. We gonna blow that. That's big time right there. That's big time right there. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Facts. So now, I'm checking. You know, we do our Wikipedia searches and all that. It says 4 times, but it only got 3 years. What was the missing year? The Czech League. It said 2012, 2017, and 2019. Was it 3 or 4?
It was 4, but I might have left and came back. I think that's what it was. I left.
Oh, okay.
Went to Ukraine, came back. Yeah.
Man,
that's what it was. Yeah.
How many passports did you run through, my brother?
I played in a few spots, man. I got a few second homes.
Listen, a lot of us can't say that, man. So, man, salute to you and your great career, man, because you make guys like me, you know, the Railsplitters, you make us proud, man. Everybody in New York City got love for you. So
appreciate that, man.
Nah. Listen, brother, you get a lot of love out here in these streets. Trust me. And when you come home and when you suit up and you play in the pro-am and guys get to come see you play, I'm hearing the chatter, you know, amongst our people and people that's watching you play, man. They love you, Geno. So salute to you, brother.
Appreciate that. Word. I love them too, man. Word.
No doubt, no doubt. So I want to jump right into this, man. Who introduced you to the game?
Really, personally, not one person really said, yo, gave me the basketball. I kind of started off playing football young, but I had a dude on my block, like my brother's age, probably got me by like 6-7 years, and we used to call him Black Jesus because the way he dribbled the ball, you know.
Nice.
I used to watch him dribble the basketball, and I used to be like, yo, I want to play basketball. The way he used to shake people. So I was at like 12, 13, like that summer, 8th grade. I was just like, yo, man, I went to his house, ring his doorbell, like, yo, take me to the park with you, man. And every time I used to go wake him up 7 in the morning, he took me to the park with the older guys. Then I started playing with them. Then I had a older dude on my block we called Wood, you know, grew up with my parents. And he had this skills camp we called Bristol Hawk Skills Camp. Every Sunday morning, he would bring out the local kids in the neighborhood from about 7 years old to like 20 years old. And we just would have skill camps in the park every Sunday. And I helped develop my game like that.
Wow. Salute to Black Jesus and Woods, man. Salute to Black Jesus and Woods for that, man.
Right.
That's crazy because what position you played in football?
Running back.
Wow. You know, I told you I played for Lincoln, right? I went to Lincoln to play football.
Okay.
This is a super fact. And then quit football because I made the varsity basketball team. I was on the JV football team and quit that because there was no JV basketball.
Right.
And once I made varsity basketball, I was like, I'm done with football. So when I hear guys that play 2 sports, it lets me know, 1, they got toughness.
Mm-hmm.
2, they're usually the team leader, right? And 3, they usually that guy on the team that they need to win, no matter who else or how nice somebody else is on that team.
Right. Definitely.
That's something about us football players, man.
Right.
For sure. E. Weaver, what's up? Jonathan, what's happening? Coach Biggs, what's up? You know, guys, shout out my guys always showing love, right?
What's
Look at
up,
that.
E?
He's a real pro. Facts. Saw him in the Garden, beat my alma mater, Cardozo, 2004. Won MVP of that game.
I appreciate you, Kay.
That's right. They showing love, man. They showing love. That's dope. So what part of Brooklyn did you grow up in?
I grew up in Brownsville.
Nice. Oh, man. So many legendary players come from Brownsville. Listen,
Definitely.
Brownsville needed its own documentary.
Right.
No, seriously, for all the ball players that came out of Brownsville, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, that's real. That's real right there. And after you start to come into your own, learning from the older guys, because that's how we learn, right? We learn from the older guys.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your favorite player back then as a youngster?
As far as like professional NBA and stuff like that?
It could be anybody.
Yeah, I grew up liking Chauncey Billups.
Ooh.
T-Mac. Him and T-Mac were like 2 of my favorites.
That's tough right there.
Yeah.
That's tough. Now, you coming from Brownsville,
mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure you could have, went to Thomas Jefferson, right? There's different schools out there that you could have had attend. Why Canarsie?
So honestly, I wasn't even going to high school for basketball. Like my first team I ever played for was my 8th grade junior high school team. I went to where I coach at now. I went to junior high school there when it was 271.
Oh, 271. Yeah, facts.
And that's where I went to junior high school. And my first organized time playing was 8th grade. And so after I graduated, I just wanted to go to the one of the closest high schools next to where I live. So I couldn't go to Jefferson at that time because my parents didn't want me. They were kind of bad. You know, at that time it was a
Hold on. Time out. Salute to your parents. Facts. At that time, Jefferson was crazy.
Yeah,
and during my time, it was even worse. It looked like a prison. Salute to everything that they doing today because it's a much better school.
Right. So I got selected to be in the pre-engineering program in Canarsie. Wow. So my mother had me, after I graduated 8th grade, my mother had me taking those classes during the summer, going to Canarsie to the engineering program. So I just went to Canarsie High School.
Man, that's dope, man. And listen, we are student athletes, right? It's not athlete students. So salute to your parents, man, for getting you on the right track early.
Definitely.
Nah, for sure. So you start to play ball at Canarsie.
Mm-hmm. I tried out for JV. You know, a bunch of my classmates was like, "Yo, JV tryouts is coming." I was like, "All right, bet I'm gonna try out." So I tried out for JV, and I was playing real good. You know, I was kind of dominating in the first couple of tryouts. So word got back to the varsity coach, who at that time was Tommy Allen. God bless.
Yes, respect.
You know, so he came up to me maybe like after 1 week of tryouts and everything, made the team for JV. He came up to me and was like, "All right, you got to come up to varsity. Like, you're not going to be playing JV. I want you to come up play the varsity." So the first time he told me, you know, I'm not really like, I'm playing basketball, but I'm not really thinking, all right, basketball is going to be my thing. I'm going to go to college. This is my, you know, I'm not thinking NBA. I'm not thinking none of that stuff at that point. So when he told me to come play at varsity, I'm like, man, I don't know nobody on varsity. I'm 14 years old. I want to stay here and play with my friends on JV. So the first time he told me to go to varsity, I didn't go to the practice. I stayed and I came back to JV. So then he came in one of the workouts and was like, "Yo, what are you doing here? I told you to come practice with JV." So I'm like, man, I'm kind of disappointed. But I went to go play with varsity, and I met guys like Rob White. You probably know Rob White.
Yeah, facts. Yep. I played with his dad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I played with and the whole White family. Yes. Right. We was the homeboys. We was on the homeboys. Facts.
Definitely. That was like big bro when I was little, you know. He was a junior, I was a freshman. Another one of my good friends, Coach Mango, he coached at York College now. Them two was like two of my big bros at that point, and they kind of groomed me as a freshman playing varsity. Word.
And this is so crazy, right? During this time, you guys are playing high school basketball. Like, I'm totally separated from the game. And I know Rob for being pushed to MC.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
Definitely.
Super fact, right?
Yeah.
So when we, reconnected with his dad and we kind of, found out we knew each other, he was like, "Yeah, I played for Canarsie, man, 1,000-point scorer, man." And, now his son is doing this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
PJ, man, this is full circle right here, man.
Full circle, for real.
Facts. This is crazy. So now you doing not only like you stepping into a place you don't want to be, but you are super exceeding your expectations. Yeah, correct?
Definitely.
When did you start to get on the radar of everyone else that, man, Geno's that guy? Because you was that guy before you went into Lincoln. So let's get that straight.
Yeah, I think I started getting on the radar probably like the end of my mid-freshman year. Rob Push, he took me down to I never played AAU. I never knew what AAU was, right? So he took me down to Brooklyn, USA at that time. And that's when I met like everyone in the city who was my age, who was supposed to be like top names at that time. And I played with them, and I played really well, and I competed. And that's when I made Brooklyn, USA. And Ziggy put me down with the traveling squad and everything like that. So that's when I started making a name for myself.
All right, no doubt. Who was some of those names, fam, that you outplayed that probably was like a little bit more hype than you, a little bit more status than you, and you came in.
I wouldn't say I outplayed anybody, but I feel like I held my own. You know, I competed with those guys at that time. You know,
That's
yeah,
dope.
it was a lot of good ball players though.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So your freshman year was kind of your breakout year.
Mm-hmm.
You getting on, right? You know, robbing to move on and it becomes your house for a year, correct?
Mm-hmm. And that's when I really started putting on my junior year. I started putting on. I went to ABCD camp. I was like second in the PSAL in scoring behind Sebastian. You know, second or third, I think. If I'm not mistaken, maybe Richard Forbes from Beach Channel. He used to get a lot of buckets at that time. But yeah. So I was like top 2 or 3 in scoring in the city at that time. But you know, at that time it wasn't no social media, so people would see the name, but they can't put the face with the name. So they're like, man, who is this kid? You know. Then I went to ABCD camp. Then I started making more notoriety and things like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna blow another text on you, fam, because these are positive texts right here. You're gonna get another one. Yo, hold on. For those of you that don't know, ABCD camp was the camp.
Right.
Invite only.
Definitely.
And it was held at my college at Fairleigh Dickinson over in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
We had a chance to see all the ball players early, like who was going to be those guys that was going to come and, you know, represent New York, or guys from all over the country that was going to represent and for their town and for their cities. But it was invite only. It wasn't a tryout. Like you had to be one of those guys to be there at that camp.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. Man, that's crazy. Do you remember some of the people at that camp?
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like my class had some of the top guards. It was, of course, Sebastian Telfair, Sean Livingston, Rajon Rondo,
Ooh.
Ramel Bradley, Joakim Noah was there, Dwight Howard, Marvin Williams, Josh Smith. The list goes on. Like,
dude, hold on, cause y'all, he's just like going through these names, but these are some pure hitters, right. Real dogs that was just like dominating during that era.
For sure.
And for a kid who didn't think he belonged on that level, you was kind of running from it in the beginning, and voila, man.
Right.
Things surely change quick.
Definitely.
Wow, man. This is amazing. So now you get the attention of, you know, my former point guard who's now head coach at Lincoln High School.
Right.
How does he make that happen?
So back then, you know, when PSAL we had the wheelchair classic games. They don't have them no more. So
Wi-Fi isn't set up.
We had the wheelchair classic games, and he was coaching.
No has configurado ninguna red Wi-Fi. Para obtener ayuda,
he didn't.
abre la app
He
de
knew the
Alexa.
name Eugene Lawrence, but he didn't know.
Pour obtenir de l'aide, rendez-vous dans votre application Alexa.
It's Alexa Weiler. So he knew the name, but he didn't know the face, I believe. So I played in the wheelchair classic game, and at this point, I'm really thinking like about expanding my game, getting my game out there for more people to see me play. So I started to play Juice All Stars. I traveled.
Oh, rest in peace, my God, Juice, man, for sure.
Definitely. So I played Juice All Stars with Tiny. And then my senior year, they made the rule where you could transfer schools and still play. You don't have to sit out a year. So after talking over with my parents and things like that, I felt like transferring to Lincoln will help my basketball game and give me a chance to play at a high level in college for free. So we decided to make that move, and luckily it panned out.
Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
The School of Stars.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Man, this is crazy. So not only ABCD, legendary. Wheelchair classic, legendary. Super legendary. Like, man, those kind of things need to be brought back to the city.
Definitely.
Because I think we do so much on the road and we put on for everybody else. We don't get to put on for our city. And I think that's one of the things that's lacking. I'm glad you brought that up, man. We had put together something last year, the Tom Kachowski game between the Catholic school and public school, and that went well. Hopefully the public school will come back strong this year and get those games back. But but it's going to take time to grow. The wheelchair has been around for such a long time. From when I was a kid, they were doing the wheelchair classic. So to be able to participate in that is so legendary for the city, man. So
that was dope, man.
Yeah, facts. So now you get to Lincoln, and what's the transition like coming from Canarsie going to Lincoln?
So it was pretty smooth because I had an opportunity to play with those guys in the summer. See, most of the guys who played in Lincoln High School also played with Juice All Stars. So I had a chance to play with a bunch of the guys during the summer, which made the transition at school easy. You know, and being in Coney Island, everybody embraced me, man. Like, so much love out there in Coney Island. They got so much love for me. And I go out there, you know, it's always love in Coney Island. They open their arms and welcome me in, you know, and they had my back. Even being there for only one season, they treated me like I was there, like, you know, my whole high school career. So, you know, I got so much love for Coney Island.
Facts. And Lincoln is such a multi-racial, multicultural school. You know, it just expands your horizons when you walk in the door, man. So yeah, it's a good place to be, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. What was Tiny like as a coach? And what was the most important lesson you learned from him as a player?
Tiny was definitely a player's coach, you know. He knew how to manage personalities, which is very difficult, I feel like, as a coach, you know. He had Sebastian Telfair, you know, who was one of the top point guards in the country at the time. And he had to handle his personality. You know, he was borderline if he's thinking, is he going to go to college or go to the NBA? So, you know, that was a lot of pressure. Then he had me, a transfer kid, you know. He balanced us, me and Sebastian playing the same position. You know, a lot of teams wasn't really playing 2-point guards at that time like that, you know. So he balanced that very well with both of us on the floor at the same time as 2-point guards. So Tiny was dope, man. It was you know, one of the things he taught me was playing with Sebastian. A lot of people would tend to defer, you know. So he always told me, like, stay aggressive at all times and don't defer to Sebastian. You know, you're just as good. Keep playing as hard as you want. I mean, as hard as you can, and you know your game is gonna grow like that. So those are some things that he taught me.
I remember him talking about you, and I think either we had a private conversation or this was during my first episode because he was my first guest when I started Basketball Heads. And he said you were so much of an important piece because so many people was focusing on Sebastian that you allowed, or you were able to bring such a different dynamic to the team that having both of y'all on the court was a beautiful thing, like you said. And for him to be able to manage it is incredible because most coaches can't do that. They can't even manage one star. You having 2 stars, you know, and especially one at that magnitude is very difficult.
Yeah, definitely. He did an excellent job managing us.
So now, let's talk about playing with undoubtedly one of the greatest players to ever come out of New York City is Sebastian Telfair. Like I told you when we was off air, I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with him a few days ago. And man, I love that brother, man. Just you know, I met him when he was younger, but to sit down and talk to him for the amount of time that we talk, a few hours, and build the bond and rekindle that Railsplitter brotherhood was just amazing, man. You guys was moving like rock stars like then, like similar to like the Chicago Bulls back then. No, for real. Like, you know, you had all these people coming to the game, Jay-Z, Derek Jeter, you know, Spike Lee, you know, Cameron. Everybody wanted to be at those games.
Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself being his backcourt partner with everything that was going on?
One thing I learned from myself was that I was supposed to be there. I was meant to be there. It wasn't no mistake.
That's right.
It wasn't no accident. I was supposed to be there. That was one thing I learned from him. And he always reminded me that, you know, like, you here for a reason. Like don't doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself. He always used to say that, like the people, they here to see us, you know, so let's give them a show. That was his thing. Like they here to see us. All right, we gonna give them a show. You know what I mean? And whatever we gotta do, we gotta do. If we gotta fight, we gonna fight. We gonna hoop, we gonna hoop. Whatever they want to do, we with it. You know, that's how it was with us, for real.
Yeah, he was so far beyond his years at that age, right? And people have no idea the amount of pressure. And if you look at New York City point guards, all the great ones like the Pearls, the Kenny Andersons, right? Those ones like, you know, the Stephon Marburys. From childhood, these guys had so much pressure, so much put on them. And man, when the lights came on, they were definitely them, right?
For sure. The way he was able to manage the pressure too at that point, I could only imagine, you know, all the pressure that he had to deal with, and he handled it well, you know, and his brothers helped him. God bless the dead Dan.
Yes, rest in peace.
You know,
and 530
up. His mom, his dad, rest in peace. All those guys were very vocal in his life, and helped him too, because it was tough for him, you know, to be so talented at that age and highly touted, you know, NBA knocking on your door, things like you said, everybody coming to the games to watch you play. So I could just imagine all the pressure.
You had a lot of pressure too, my dude, because trust me, when they come to watch him, they looking like, who is this dude killing us? And why can't we stop him? We got to stop Geno Lawrence. We got to stop him. Right? Come on. Like, let's be honest. There was pressure on everybody during that time.
Yeah,
and for you to shine like a diamond and still do your thing and you not get caught up in the hype and get sidetracked and stay focused. You man, salute to you, brother.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Nah, that's real. So let's go back, right? Y'all doing y'all 1-2.
Right.
Y'all make this city championship run. What is the mindset before the city championship game, and what are you thinking as coaches, you know, giving this pregame speech?
Right. So before the playoffs started, Coach Tiny, he just came in the locker room one time before the playoffs started, first game of the playoffs, and he just wrote. We all watching him on the board. He just wrote, super big, 1 and done. That's all he wrote on the chalkboard. Like, you lose once and you done.
Facts.
That's what he wrote. He walked out. Came in the classroom. We in there. He wrote that on the chalkboard and left out. And we just went to practice. That's what he wrote, 1 and done. So we was locked in from the first playoff game, and we wanted to kill anybody who we played against. We wanted to run it up, like beat everybody by 40. We didn't care who we played against, because, you know, believe it or not, we had so many people who hated us at that point in time too. As much love as we was getting, we had so much hate too at that point too. You know what I mean? So that fueled us, you know. So we wanted to beat everybody, whoever we played against. We tried to annihilate them on the court, for real.
Man, who do you remember the first game? Who got it first and bad? Who, I know you got to give it to him bad.
It was Wings. Might have been Wings. I think so. No, was it Lehigh? Maybe was it? We played at Lehigh. I'm not sure. I think it was.
I probably played at Lehigh. I think y'all maybe played at Lehigh.
Yeah, at Lehigh College. I think it might have been Wings who we beat. Something like that. Yeah, I think so.
And that city championship, of course, is at the Garden, correct?
Yeah, it was at the Garden against Cardozo. And that was Queens versus Brooklyn. So that was a legendary game. It was crazy in the Garden that day. Crazy.
How many people do you like? The Garden sits more 17,000, something like that.
Yeah, I think we might have had 13,000 in there that day.
Ooh, yo, hold on. That's crazy.
It was
Yo, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. These games, the last time I saw it that lit was last year's championship game at the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I know at the Garden, it was just super lit. It wasn't 13,000 people at the Barclays Center.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's probably like about 8, a good 8, right? Whatever, give or take. 13,000, that's crazy.
Crazy. Jay-Z came in our locker room. Hot Sauce, that's when N1 was super big at that time. Hot Sauce came in our locker room. Like it was crazy at that time.
And that's when he was showing Bessie that move.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just talking about that with him. I just posted on my stories the other day. That's crazy.
Yep. That was a championship game. Word.
Wow. Now hold on. Hove walks in, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all thinking? Like, seriously, come on. Like Jay-Z, we all know Jay-Z is already out this world now, but he was
right. Yeah,
he was outside for real.
We all knew that Sebastian was cool with Jay-Z, but to have him come in our locker room, we all was like, it's game time, so we trying to stay as focused as much as we can. But it's like, yo, come on, man. Jay walking in the locker room, his cross piece that he got on lit up the whole locker room.
Wow.
So we all like try to stay focused, and him and Sebastian cracking jokes. So it's like, man, we gotta turn on, man. We gotta put on. So many people out there like came to see us play, so we definitely gotta perform.
Well, I thought I had that in my phone ready to show, but definitely if y'all don't know, please go check out Through the Fire. He definitely came in the locker room, and yeah, that diamond piece was glistening. You can see it on the screen. It was crazy.
Definitely.
It was crazy. Man, how do you stay focused after Hove walks in? You in high school, like, damn, Hove just walked in.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but we had to turn up. We had to turn up, definitely. Like I said, it was that Brooklyn Queens rival, so that added a little more fuel to the fire.
That's right. And my man Jonathan said Morton versus Niclario.
That was another big, that was another big factor of it. Yep.
Facts, super facts. That's crazy. Niclario been doing this since so long. He was coaching when we was kids playing. Isn't that crazy?
Another legendary coach, right?
Facts. Oh man. So now the letters are pouring in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your first letter?
I don't remember my first. I do remember my first letter, actually. My first letter was from Harvard. Harvard hit me up. My first official offer was from Manhattan College, though, at the ABCD camp. I got offered at the camp from Manhattan College. That's when Coach Bobby Gonzalez was the head coach at that time of Manhattan Jaspers.
Facts.
Yeah.
Did when that Harvard letter come in, did you consider it? You was like, oh nah, this is not happening.
Nah, my mother was like, yo, you about to go to Harvard, boy.
That's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up, right? Mom saw that letter. She was just like, word? Oh, okay. This is what I was setting you up for earlier, right?
Right, definitely. And I'm just thinking at that time, like, is Harvard basketball? Is anybody, what kind of basketball team they had? Definitely were.
They was pretty decent. Salute to my guy, Ralph James, who played with Kenny Anderson, who was a star at Harvard. And then we had another PSAL great, Hassan Dukomi, who played at Westinghouse, who played at the University of Penn, who was the man over there as well.
Okay.
So we had a few guys from New York, and it's probably a few more that I'm leaving out, but those two that I know because they came up in my era.
Okay.
Yeah, they were very good. Facts. Yeah. So, okay, give me a rundown of your top 5 schools, and then why did you pick St. John's?
Believe it or not, I really didn't even have a top 5 schools. I was I had in my mind of going to do a 1-year prep school at IMG Academy in Florida. So I was thinking about that so much that I didn't even I think I went on one visit. I wasn't even really thinking about schools at that point. But after the championship game at the Garden, I got MVP, and I had a real good game. That St. John's came, and they offered me right away. So once they came, it was like, man, St. John's. I'm from the city. St. John's is a legendary program, so much history. It was like, all right, there's nothing else to think about, no other schools to think about. You're gonna go to St. John's.
Yo, hold on. He got MVP, city championship playing with Sebastian Telfair. That's big. And then you get to go play with my guy, Norm Roberts, who played for Springfield High School.
Yep,
right?
definitely. That was my coach, yeah.
No doubt. Salute to my guy, Norm Roberts, for sure. Yeah. This, like, if you're checking out the pattern of your life, you're overachieving at every level.
Mm-hmm.
Again, going back to when you thought you weren't good enough to play varsity, and now you're getting MVP on the biggest stage in high school in New York City, the Mecca of basketball.
Right.
And now you get a full scholarship to attend St. John's University, which has its rich history of its own.
Mm-hmm.
How were you accepted at St. John's, and what was it like putting on that uniform and being in that locker room knowing that you're going to be a Johnny?
I was accepted with open arms. My biggest thing on every level that I played on was just to work as hard as I can. I feel like once I worked as hard as I can, and the people saw how hard I worked and how much I invested in, the craft and my team, I feel like no matter the mistakes I made on the court and the things like that, fans and coaching staff and things like that would be able to accept those things because they knew how much I loved it. They knew how much I cared about it. They knew how hard I worked, my passion and things like that. So I feel like that got me over, even helped me do better than some guys who were probably more talented than me. Just my hard work and, it's kind of cliche, but my hard work and dedication to the game, I think that got me over a lot.
Listen, Coach Norm Roberts said you were the heart and soul of that team, right? And remember, I said early on, guys who play football are usually that guy on the team, are usually that guy that the other guys need to keep them together, stay focused, and to win. Right? He said, you was that for St. John's during your years there. He said you were someone that he could count on.
Definitely.
And then you became captain as well.
Right, definitely. Yeah, I was I grew up with a lot of sisters and brothers. It was a few of us, so I was able to also learn personalities, things like that as well. So and I also knew how to talk to people. Certain people could lead, and certain, like everybody, you can't talk to everybody the same way.
Fact.
So I think I was good at managing that, how to communicate with people on different levels, regarding their personality.
Sounds like Coach Tiny right now.
A little, right?
For sure, right. For sure. Now, first game you played against Illinois State. You scored 14 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and you hit 4 3-pointers in your first game as a collegiate player. Then a few games after that, you had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists against Boston College.
Right.
what do you, like? This is your freshman year. Like, are you saying to yourself, man? Now, again, I belong here.
Yeah, definitely. I played with another New York City legendary point guard, Daryl Showtime Hill.
That's right. That's right. Salute to Dow Showtime Hill, friend of the show.
Salute the show, and from day one, he showed me how to work on that next level. Just when I thought I was working hard, coming into college, it was from high school to college, it was different, like super transition. And he definitely helped groom me and helped show me, and he really showed me what working hard was. And he installed that in me, and that was something that I was able to use throughout my 4 years in college and to help me get better. Talking about stamina, that guy had some stamina I never seen before. And that's how I wanted to be. I was like, man, he can just run all day, don't get tired, play defense, run around screens, run the point. That was just something in my mind I thought I could try to emulate.
And didn't he go to Cardozo?
Yeah, he went to Cardozo as well. Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
crazy how everything come together, right?
Hey, but when New York City got to come together, we got to come together, baby.
Definitely.
Facts. Who is Ryan Williams?
That's special effects. Yeah, he was with me at St. John's. My boy R-Dub.
Got you.
Yeah, he played somewhere and one as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
This is dope, man. This is dope. Now, listen, you played at St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're gonna have to play Syracuse. And during that time, Syracuse was still in the Big East, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, Geno. I'm gonna keep it 100. What was it like playing in front of 30,000 screaming fans in the Carrier Dome, knowing everybody's there to see you guys lose, and you guys got to still put on, right?
I tell that story all the time. Like, one of my hardest matchups ever in basketball was guarding Jerry McNamara. Like, he was the point guard at Syracuse my freshman year. That was one of my hardest covers ever. Just his IQ, the way he ran around screens, the way he used screens. He was playing with Hakeem Warwick at that time. So it was crazy playing in the Carrier Dome. I remember watching him when I was a kid, watching Alan Griffin play there. He was from my neighborhood, Brownsville.
Another friend of the show, my guy. Yeah.
Exactly. Him growing up with my older brother, watching him play there, that was like one of our local heroes, So then to be there playing, against Syracuse, it was dope, But it was definitely a humbling experience, playing against them up there with that crowd and everything. It was dope.
Then you got to chase one of the best shooters in the country around.
Definitely. Word.
For those of you that, pride yourself for playing defense, nothing worse than chasing the shooter around the court.
Exactly.
That's why Steph Curry be giving them guys fits. They don't be wanting to hold him because he give up the ball and he gone. Like,
definitely.
It's crazy. That's crazy. So, now, it seemed like the bigger the game, the bigger you play.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all face UConn, which was number 1 in the country at the time.
Right.
You had 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals.
Mm-hmm.
What is your mindset like during those big moments?
Honestly, I just used to think, like at that time they had Marcus Williams. I just used to think, like, is he really that much better than you, Geno? Like, he's highly touted, all the scouts, everyone talk about him. Tremendous player for sure. But is he that much better than you? And if he is, he have to show me. You know what I mean? That just was my mindset. If you that much better than me and you kill me, I can do nothing but congratulate you, tip my hat off to you. But you just got to go out there and show me.
That's when you tell people I'm from the Missouri state, the show me state. You got to show me.
Right.
You can say it all you want. And they can talk about how you're going to do me, but you're going to have to show me, son.
Definitely.
Facts. So, you winded down your career and, you number 3 all time in assists,
Right.
which is crazy. You got Showtime Williams, you got Mark Jackson, you got Boo Harvey, you got some legendary point guards that played there. You know what I'm saying? David Kane, Mo Brown, all these New York City greats that played at this level. And you're number 3 and number 10 in steals. Do you feel like you accomplished what you need to accomplish on the college level? Getting a free education and be able to play in your own city right here in your backyard?
I never really look at it like that way. I just look at it as like I was just blessed, My parents didn't have to pay for me to go to college. I just look at it as me just being blessed, Like regardless, I could have went there and set the bench the whole 4 years, Just being able to receive a full scholarship and my parents not have to come out of pocket and pay for me to go to college. That was just a blessing in its own,
Now this is dope. Chariot Man Gaming said, I'm here getting a better perspective on Geno Lawrence.
Appreciate that, Chariot.
This is his story tonight. He said, Rod Higgins said, I bet you are from Brooklyn. Listen, Brooklyn people stick together, man. He said, that's right. This is my YouTube channel. All right, cool. I love Brooklyn, but I'm a Bronx guy at heart. Salute to all my people at the Bronx. Hey, this is not about boroughs. This is a New York City thing.
We New York City at the end of the day.
That's right. Facts. Right? It says it. Read the line. It said the official home for New York City basketball, fans. So let's show each other some love. That's real. So now your college career is over and you go overseas, man. Like,
right.
What is life like over there? And when did you start to have success?
I'm not gonna lie. My first 3 months was rough. I was calling my wife like, yo, you gotta come out here, like right now. Like tell your job you gonna take a little leave because I can't do this or I'm about to come home. But my first year I played with the Meat Hook. Went to Florida, Demetrius Nichols.
Yes.
He was my OG. You know what I mean? So he basically showed me the ropes, showed me how this overseas thing goes. He schooled me, in my first year, my first team was dope. They showed me super love. And I wound up winning the championship my first year, and I was player of Slovakia, of that country, my first year.
Hold on, fam. Hold on. We're gonna blow another. This is dope, man. Player of the year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And let me say this. You was on your phone, had your headphones in, couldn't hear you. I see you checking in with the wife in the back.
Yeah.
Salute to your wife. And I'm going to say this. Salute to all wives because you don't know how many times guys came on here, didn't have no idea what to do, and their wives came in and saved the day. So salute to your wife, man. They make everything so much better.
Definitely appreciate it.
Nah, for real. You was looking lost, like I don't know what to do. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mess with these electronics, for real.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. That's dope, man. That's dope. So I was checking out some things online, and I'm saying to myself, okay, dudes played overseas, and how was that action like? Like, what is that action like, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Some places
it's crazy. I'm looking at this joint like, nah, you serious? Like, what the?
Yep. That's probably Greece right there. Yep. It get crazy in those places.
Like who the hell? What? Now, you played it 30,000. 30,000 ain't this, fam. It ain't this.
Yeah,
not this.
Sometimes we had to get police escorted, you know, from the hotel to the game and back to the airport. Yeah, those fans out there so passionate, man, for their cities. It's like something you've never seen before at all. Like so passionate, so passionate.
And look, you didn't even know you was being groomed for the big time, right? Playing at Abraham Lincoln, right? The circus around Sebastian Telfair and all the things that's going on. So you just step into another arena, it's just kind of normal. Like, yeah, I'm used to this. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most people they'll be so lost in it's like, yo, this is too much. This is too
Right.
much. I can't take it.
Yeah, especially when you go on the road, that's for me, going on the road, getting a win on the road, and those atmospheres, that's the best feeling.
Right.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. So looking forward to seeing what Rick Pitino could do at St. John's. Salute to Rick Pitino.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's real. What was the craziest arena or situation that was similar to that you kind of experienced while you was over there?
Craziest arena that I've played in was I will have to say in Greece, playing in Ike Arena. Like before the game, like soon as tip off, they throw about maybe 100 rolls of toilet tissue on the court and like little and they throw like little flares, little fire flares. So like people have to spend maybe like soon they start the clock, people have to spend like another 10 minutes just cleaning all that stuff off the court before the game can actually start.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. We look, something like that happened over America. You're like, oh, terrorist attack. They panicking, right? People are panicking, like, oh, what's going on?
Right.
You know, she comes, yo, they just set a fire up there. This is crazy. That's
Yeah.
like normal out there.
Definitely.
Wow. Now you won one championship and then you won Player of the Year out there.
Mhm.
Now you win 4 Czech League Cups.
Mhm.
Like, how good was your team, bro, that you guys won 4, man? And what impact did you have on that team?
Yeah, my team was really good. And you know what was really good about us, which you really don't see in Europe as much, our management kept us together, you know. In Europe, you see people sign 1-year deals, 2-year deals, and they bouncing around from country to country to league to league. But one thing about my team when I played in Czech Republic and Nuremberg, we had our same core players for about 5 seasons, you know. So we knew everything about each other. You know, we could play blindfolded. Seriously, that's how much we knew what people were going to move, what people were going to cut. You know, we practiced with each other. You know, I get there in late August. I'm there till May. So, and that's for 5 years. So that's how much we're around each other every single day. Everybody just got used to each other, you know, our families, their families, you know, they embraced all the imports, all Americans, you know, and it was just love. And it was beautiful playing with those guys, you know.
Did you pick up another language while you was there?
Yeah, definitely. I played most of my years I played in a few countries, but the most time I spent was in Germany and in Czech Republic. So I know a little German and a little Czech.
Can you say something? Because look, we had Kim Hampton up here, and I asked her that question. She spoke about 5-6 languages. I was like, all right, go ahead.
I know a little German. You know, I could say Dankeschön, which means thank you. Bitteschön, you're welcome.
Hold on, what was the other one?
Bitteschön, that means you're welcome.
Sound like you called me a bitch.
I know all the numbers, you know, and I know more. I understand more than I can speak, you know.
That's what they say. That's what they say, right? They say you kind of understand it better than speaking it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. And it's always been amazing to me because when I watch kids speaking another language, and I'm saying to myself, like, how? But if that's what they know, that's what their brain is trained to do. We got this dumbed down language of English. That's a whole nother story, but it's great. I'm just so jealous I can't speak another language. I should have took the time to learn another language, Pooh. That's what you should have done. It's crazy.
Not too late.
No, really, that's true. I need to put some time into it. That's right. How has life changed you and your family as a result of your success in basketball?
Man, it got my family, my wife and kids, a chance to see something besides Brooklyn, besides New York. I had my daughter when I was pretty young, when I was in St. John's University. So she been growing with me. She been every country I've been in, she's been there. She done ran through a few passports. She was able to see the world and experience things. Which I think it gives the young people a different view of the world. Which can only help them when they grow.
No, that's real, man, and it's a blessing, man, because again, not too many times a kid gets to see any place outside of their surroundings, so it definitely broadens their horizons.
Definitely.
And that's dope. So, are you still playing?
Nah, man. I didn't say I was officially retired yet, but I think it's over, man. So I'm assistant coaching with varsity, and I'm head coaching JV now. So
okay, no doubt.
Appreciate it.
No doubt. How was that transition? Was that transition for you back into the real world, like not having basketball? How was that transition for you?
It was cool, man, because New York City, we still got summer ball. So summer ball is its own thing in its own, So competing for summer ball, it gets your competitive nature going, it gets your juices flowing. So I think having that kind of helped me, not miss it so much. But I love working with the kids now, man. I love just teaching. I love teaching the game. Seeing the kids learning and picking up the things that I'm trying to teach them, and then seeing them implemented on the court and things like that. Yeah, I love teaching the kids, man.
Yeah, that's dope. I remember city championship game. You were just telling those guys, don't be scared of the moment, and you want to let them know, listen, don't talk to me until y'all become city champions.
Right. They couldn't talk to me until they get one. Yeah.
Right. I remember you saying that to me, like, yo, Pooh, I'm telling them, like, yo, they can't say nothing to me until they win the city champion, and they went out there and did it in amazing fashion.
Man.
Listen, I've been a part of the city championship, and I've seen so many, but that game right there,
nothing like it, right?
Man, I tell people all the time, one of the best games, city championship games I've seen, and actually like been right there, been a part of. I've been to the Catholic School of City Championship, and it couldn't even match up, man. And man, you guys did a great job of pulling off that win. And look, the game before, when y'all played Jefferson, they beat y'all on the buzzer beater the same way. The same shot, man, lean back, right? And then Eddie, same thing from the corner. So listen, look, the Most High don't lie, right?
Yeah.
That story was written and meant for you guys.
Definitely.
Nah, for sure. So, you're on the staff, right? And you guys have your coaching staff have like the most Division I coaches on one staff in the whole city. Like, if you just run down, you got Holy Cross guy, you got two St. John guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely.
And Chocolate played. When Chocolate played? Excuse me. I call it his father name. I'm calling KK.
Yeah. KK definitely played him at a high level.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It wasn't it's not by accident, you know. Principal Rashad Mead and assistant principal, um, Mr. Hamilton, you know, they wanted guys who have high basketball IQs around the kids to be able to teach them how to maneuver and how to play this game at a high level, you know. So it's something that they've been building for a while, and people are now starting to see, you know, the fruits of the labor, you know. So it was definitely by design, you know, to have a coaching staff like that around players, you know, just to try to give their basketball knowledge as much as they can.
Yeah, Jonathan Marino said, "I wish New York City basketball would get back to how it was in the late '90s, early 2000s. I feel like all these boarding schools take kids out of the city." Um,
I feel like it's going to get there, Jonathan. I feel like a lot of these programs are getting some former players who played during that era that you mentioned, and I feel like it's going to get back into the right state. You know, I think people really putting their heart into it, and the kids are getting some good leadership. So I think it's moving in the right direction.
and that's another reason, you know, outside of my podcast, I wanted to get involved and help giving New York City kids that extra pub. We don't get in the newspapers, right?
Definitely,
So, you know, guys like myself, Tippy, NYC Prospects, Hoop
hmm
Dreams, my guy Dave Joint, you know, we
definitely,
do our best to try to keep this New York City thing alive and keep it the way it's supposed to be, on that level it's supposed to be seen at. And you know, we got some good coaches, got some good programs out here, and we got some great kids. Don't get it twisted. We still sending kids to Division 1.
for
So
sure.
y'all just got to keep y'all fingers on the pulse to know what's going on, because it's definitely still here.
Definitely. And like I tell people all the time, you know, doesn't matter that I coach at Eagle Academy. Like I'm for all New York City kids, you know, like during the summers, you know, I'll work out with any kid, you know, if that's what they want to do, this is what they hard in, and they want to get better and they want to grow their game. Like I'm open to working out with any kids, or having conversation with any kids, you know. They don't have to be players just from our program, you know, like I'm all New York City. Like it doesn't matter, you know.
So to all you kids out there that just heard that, right? Contact my guy. Y'all want to learn the game from a real one, somebody who did it on a very high level. Contact Geno
That
Lawrence. Hit him up on IG and get your game right.
definitely, definitely.
That's right. So, you know, you being that Eagle, right? And since we on that talk of very unique schools, what makes you Eagles so unique, right? Compared to other schools, since you attended Canarsie and Lincoln, so you've seen it on both sides.
Right. So one thing about Eagle, it's an all boys school. It's from 6th through 12th grade, you know. So the kids have the opportunity to grow from 13, no, excuse me, from 11 years old all the way to 17, 18, you know. So they in this school 7 years learning how to be men, you know, growing up to be young men. And I think the program that Principal Mead and the whole staff there that they're installing in these kids is just amazing. You know, it's really a family there. Growing up, you know, some of these kids come from the worst neighborhoods, you know, in Brooklyn or all over New York City, and you know, coming to Eagle is a place where they can call home. You know, everyone just gets along and just trying to show the kids a better way, trying to show them that one, nothing is given, everything is earned, and two, you know, that we have to work harder. You know, people of our ethnicity or our skin color, you know, things don't come easy. So, you know, trying to show them that things are possible, but you have to work hard for it.
Now, one thing I know about Eagle Academy, man, is exactly that, right? Very high standards, and you guys get to turn boys into men.
Hmm.
So what Dave Banks has started and able to transition to Chancellor. He knows that he's leaving Eagle in good hands, man. So salute to all the Eagle Academies all around.
Definitely.
Nah, this is real. Getting a lot of love, man. Getting a lot of love in here, man.
My boy Yaya.
Facts. Ya's in the building. What up, y'all? What up? That's my young king right there. And definitely Stephanie Lawrence. We got Bianca Lawrence in the building.
And those my sisters.
No doubt. Family.
All right.
For sure. So I'm releasing my top 10 tomorrow, right? You guys are on it. Hopefully you get to see where you guys are placed. Everybody's going to see it. And you know it's going to be crazy comments.
Right.
But it's all good. It comes with the territory.
For sure.
But after winning the city championship last year, is that the goal every year? City championship or bust?
Every year, you know. And we know, like, we're definitely going to be the hunted, you know, but that's just something that comes along with the territory, you know. When you're at the top and you just won a championship, everyone wants that spot. So, you know, that's something that we appreciate, you know.
Yeah, you know, I saw some of the highlights. Salute to my guy Mellow Films, the Broom Street game. The guys, Broom Street, man.
Yeah.
Hey, salute to Broom Street, man, because
my boy
they played you guys tough. Yeah.
They doing a good thing over there at Broom Street.
Facts. Eric Acker, let's talk about that, right? Eric Acker and Trey Shep, they're at LIU. They were two of the stars on that team last year. I see Eric is having a good year so far. Last game I checked, he played all 40 minutes, had 20 points. And Trey Shep, I think he's injured right now. How is he? What's the updates on him?
I'm not too sure, but I know it's I think it's the same foot that he had broken the championship game. I think it's still bothering him. I'm not sure the timetable and when he'll come back, but Eric is just getting better game by game, you know, and the amount of work that he puts in to the game, you know, it's like the guys who've been around him, you know, it's nothing that we're surprised or shocked by, you know, that kid is a gym rat. He goes hard, you know, is so coachable, you know, and I just hope he gets everything he's earned, you know, everything he deserves.
Nah, he's going to do well. He's going to be a star there at LIU. Ross Strickland, Charles Jones, and my guy Mo Hicks, they got a good one.
Definitely got the right people around them.
For sure. What are your feelings on the NIL deals and the transfer portals? Like, do you pay attention to that? And do you wish the NIL deals was around when you was in college?
I definitely wish it was around when I was in college, for real. I think it's a good opportunity, you know, as long as it's managed the right way, you know. I think it's a tremendous opportunity for some of these kids, you know, especially some of them coming from, you know, situations, poverty, things like that. I think it's a fantastic way for them to develop their brand and be able to support. Some of them have to support their family. I think it's a tremendous way, as long as it's taken care of the right way. You know, as far as the transfer portal, it's a little disappointing sometimes because a lot of the freshmen coming from high school really get overlooked because as a college, you have the opportunity now to develop players already. So I'm going to take a 17, 18-year-old, or I'm going to take a 20 or 21-year-old who played at this level for 3 or 4 years already, you know. So it's a little disappointing for the freshmen and high school players. I feel like the transfer portal.
And it's made high school kids want to reclass, right? So when people say, you know, he's a reclass, and I say to myself, yo, this is what they're up against, fam.
Exactly.
Right? They're up against something that, you know, that's literally impossible if you're not one of those ones.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
And we all know, being coaches, and being around the game for a long time, a coach is going to take an older kid before he takes a younger kid.
For sure.
Unless you're one of those ones in elite players. So, man, it's a catch-22.
Definitely, it is.
Right? You just gotta keep our foot on the pedal and keep pushing these kids to get better.
For sure.
Yeah. If it's one thing you could change about your basketball journey, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. If it's one thing I could change about my basketball journey, it would be when I was in Germany. I feel like I would have finished my career in Germany instead of leaving Germany. Yeah, I think I had a chance to renew my contract in Germany, but I decided not to. I think, looking back in hindsight, I would have finished my career in Germany and stayed there and played the rest of my years there.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, man, you got this through this with a breeze, man. But now it's time for the hardest part of the show. Get into our top five. All right, Geno. Top 5 guys you played with. Top 5 on any level, anywhere.
Top 5 guys I played with. Okay. I'm gonna keep it New York. So no disrespect to nobody else. No, I'm gonna throw one person who's not from New York in it. So top 5, I got Sebastian Telfair. I got Levance Fields. I got Gary Irvin.
Killers, all 3.
I got DP Darren Phillips. And I got my boy Chester Trey Simmons from Seattle.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right. That was smooth, man. That was smooth. Top 5 guys you played against.
Top 5 guys I played against. KD, Jerry McNamara, Randy Foy, who was Teodosic, Patrick Beverly.
Wow. That's dope, man. That's dope. Now, we talk about New York City history, right? We talking about all time, right? All time. Last week, I put up my starting 5, right? I had Stephon Marbury. I had Chris Mullins. I had Bernard King. I had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I had Connie Hawkins. Who would be your starting 5?
I can't argue with that one. I can't argue with that one at all. Some people might switch the point guard out, with some of the great point guards, but that list right there, that's with that list.
Listen, it's so many great players, so many awesome, extremely incredible players that played in New York City, man. So I'm glad you was able to agree with my top 5. I'm not gonna keep you in the hot seat too long. Man, I want to get you back to your family. I appreciate you, brother, and let you know, man. Man, thank you for everything that you did for the city. Thank you for always representing us in the right way. Thank you for coming back and giving back to the kids, man. Thank you for being solid. We never seen you out here playing yourself, man. You always keep it a buck every time I see you, man. And let you know, brother, you are definitely one of the greatest players that played in New York City history, man. So salute, Geno Lawrence, man.
Appreciate that, bro. And
no doubt.
And thank you for putting everybody on notice, giving people a chance to see some of the history in New York City, especially the youth who, you know, they got to learn their history, where they come from, to know where they're going. So thanks to you, for real.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Salute. And I'll be seeing you, man. When is y'all next game?
Thursday, we open up, doubleheader against Jeff. Everybody come out.
Woo! Yo, hold on. I got my blow. If y'all know, y'all better pack it up. Pack that house in the Eagles' nest, because it's going down. Rematch of the city championship. I will be in the building for sure.
The 30th, yep, be there.
Now I'm there, brother. Salute.
All right, Pooh, be safe.
No doubt.
Later.
Man, isn't that crazy? Look, sometimes as a youngster, you doubt yourself, right? You don't think you belong in the room with the cool kids. You don't think you belong in the gym with the best ballers, and sometimes you shy away from that. But then it takes someone to kind of reinforce those things and let you know you are him or you are her and you belong. And once that happens and you see that you belong and that you are him or you are her, man, sky's the limit. Geno Lawrence turned a mistake because he was going out with his friends to a great career. You young kids, pay attention. It's a lot of lessons to be learned in that. And if you want to get your game right, make sure you hit my guy, Geno Lawrence Sr. on Instagram. Just hit him up. It'll come right up. Let him know you want to work on your game. You want to get it better, because that's the person you want to learn from. Play with some of the best, played against some of the best, only to be one of the best. Salute Geno Lawrence and the whole Lawrence family. Well, we're about to get out of here. I'm about to go relax, chill out, gotta go to work tomorrow. I will be in the building Thursday night. Eagle versus Jeff. Make sure you pack up that Eagles nest, because it's going down. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and you've been watching Basketball Heads Live, the podcast on NYC basketball history. And as we always say around this time, peace.